Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about Siege, which I know, crazy topic. As I'm speaking, it's Sunday at around 8 p.m. As of roughly 10 hours ago, hackers have basically shut Siege down. On PC, a majority of people can't play ranked or unranked, and a lot of people can't even play quick match. What's happening is that Siege has basically been shut down by hackers. What they're doing is they basically have a network of bots that are invisibly joining people's parties. These bots are normally under level 5, so it automatically disables ranked and unranked. And when you try to queue for something like quick match or discovery, the bot will leave the queue for you, and then you're stuck in an endless cycle of requeuing. And since the bot doesn't appear in your party, you can't leave the party or anything. They're there, but they're not. Now, I first heard about this after I ended stream because I went into Twitter and it was popping up all over the place. I decided to load up the game to see if I was going to be impacted by it or not, because sometimes I'm normally lucky and these things just somehow don't affect me. But this time it did. The screenshot here was taken at around 5 p.m. I did try queuing for quick match, and it never took me out of queue, but I was also never able to find a match. I think the longest I waited was about 2.5 minutes, which is really long for quick match, so I think they just shut down quick match, I guess? I don't know. But now, as of this recording, like I said, it's around 8 p.m., I now have the option to queue again, but others aren't so lucky. There has been no official tweet by Ubisoft that this has been fully fixed, so I assume it's slowly being worked on, and a few of us will have access, a few of us won't. And they might be able to fix it somewhat quickly because this is not the first time that this has happened. A few months ago, streamers like Kitty had cheaters force joining into their parties even though they weren't friends or anything. They would join in, either play some music, say some stuff on stream, and sometimes the streamers could get out, sometimes they couldn't. It was a weird situation. Luckily, I was not impacted by it, but they were. Eventually, Ubisoft did fix this, but clearly it didn't last that long. Now, for this current problem, after about 8 hours, the Siege devs finally started posting on Twitter. Quite a long time for a response. But it is important to remember that this attack was intentionally planned for a Sunday, where very few devs would be working, which would delay a response, and interrupt a dev's weekend plans. A very similar attack was planned against Apex on Father's Day. So while it can be frustrating to have this happen, we have to understand why a response can take so long in this case. And personally, I believe that instead of getting angry at how long it took for them to respond, we should instead be angry that Siege still has these vulnerabilities in the first place. This type of stuff just outright shouldn't be possible, but instead it continues to be possible every few months. But of course, not everyone thinks like me. A lot of community members were just outright upset that the Siege servers were basically down for 10 hours. So the comment sections on Twitter posts got very, very toxic. And then other community members like me resorted to some hilarious comedy to help lighten the mood. But I would say the peak of the night has been seeing Eric Pope, who, if you don't know, he's the Siege senior community developer. He responded to a tweet from an account that, from scrolling through it, it looks like it's either some type of hacker or data miner. I don't really know. But responding to them saying that they were going to DM them for a fix for this issue. This is something you would never see. Normally, developers in general are very wary of reaching out to third-party cheaters or whatever to get a fix. It's a very sketchy route to take. And the fact that the lead community developer reached out to them publicly on Twitter is scary. And now the last Twitter thing that I'm going to mention before we wrap this up is that the supposed hackers were posting on Twitter telling people to follow certain accounts and then respond with their Uplay name in order to be whitelisted and allowed to play. Obviously, I'm not going to show those tweets. I don't want them to get recognition. But according to other people, giving into their demands actually worked, and some people have gotten access back. Pretty frightening that these people can basically have control over 100,000 plus people playing a game. Now, with all that being said, I don't really have a point to make with this video. I just want to say, it sucks seeing this happen to Siege. It sucks seeing Siege be in such a bad state that stuff like this can happen for the millionth time now. It sucks seeing the devs clearly be so desperate for a fix that they're willing to reach out to community hackers for a fix. It sucks seeing creators be given more and more reasons to leave. It sucks knowing, as a creator, that stuff like this will continue to be a problem. Now, I say all that, but obviously I don't have a fix for it myself. I just sit here complaining. I'm a creator. We're not that smart. All I can really say is that something needs to be done. I've said that many times before, and it's always ringing true. This time, though, time is running out, and I'm serious. According to leaks, the Battlefield beta is about a week away. I know myself and a ton of other Siege creators are going to be playing that nonstop as long as it's good. And then we also have new titles for Halo and Call of Duty coming soon, so a lot of people will be hopping onto that. And now I know none of these games are exactly like Siege. People always say that, Siege is unique, which is true. But the general community isn't going to stay waiting forever. The general community isn't locked into Siege. Most of them would rather just play something for fun. It doesn't have to be just Siege. And which is truly a shame because Siege is unique. It's a blast to play with friends. But none of that matters if they can never fix their game. The one thing I do know through all of this is that fixing it is going to be almost impossible, or at the very least just incredibly hard. For those who don't know the history, Siege was never really meant to exist. The original game was Rainbow Six Patriots. It was a story-based game with decisions that would impact the overall story. But that game got scrapped, and eventually Siege was created to take its place. And now Ubisoft never really planned on Siege being a success. The game was made in a rush and was just meant to kind of recoup costs. And I remember watching one of their first dev streams, and the dev team seemed like genuinely shocked that a couple thousand people were still actively playing their game. So on the stream they mentioned they were going to have their first season, Black Ice, and that a few more would follow. And again, they seemed genuinely surprised that that was happening. But they kept releasing updates, and then eventually in the 6th season, they decided to go with Operation Health to try and fix some of these issues because they were really bad. They managed to fix a decent amount of them, but the game is literally spaghetti code. Operation Health could only help so much. To add a comparison, you can only fix a broken car so many times before you have to buy a new one. So maybe it's time for Siege 2, he says, knowing it'll never happen. And I don't mean to be a downer with all of this. This is just the reality of the situation. And unfortunately, the situation is just a downer. And because I don't want this video to be all depressing, I'll have some gameplay after this portion to help lighten the mood a little bit. If this monologue bit ends here, then that means that the problem has been fixed and everything is going back to normal. If it doesn't end here, that means more stuff happened on Monday. I am eagerly awaiting what will happen. Adding in one last part. It's currently a bit after 8:30 and the official R6 Twitter account posted at 8:08 saying that a fix has been deployed and they're closing in on a solution. So it looks like we won't have to worry about a Monday fix. Still a scary day overall for the Siege community. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Where the fuck did... I just saw Mall Cop die.
Yo, I have the HUD glitch,
No.
so I'm just gonna run in and die before I accidentally TK.
There's two by half wall. One's right at the door on the left side now. I'll ping for you. And one's at the rotate. There's a Capcan trap on the door. Doc's swinging. One more swinging. One more prone by the rotate. Ooh, he tried.
Mar dead. I can't hold the garage door.
One's at window sight. Bro, I'm stuck. I'm actually stuck.
In default. Not even on red.
Oh, he prones? Who is this guy? There was a whole instance. Wait, what? Oh, you're not in my match.
No. You left. you
You didn't say anything.
No, I thought I was waiting on you this whole time.
Oh, dude, I've
No,
just
it's
been
fine,
sitting
it's
here
fine.
in queue. Oh my god.
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Oh, Osa.
Bridges by bar. Planting red ping.
They're both low. You
Hands
got
up.
this.
Oh, the other guy's down.
Oh, apparently I downed the other guy. I didn't notice.
Oh my god. No. No way these guys are doing this. Like what? Oh my god. What are they doing? Oh, someone's by trophy.
We do a little shell gaming.
Oh, I'm blind.
How did he know?
Big window, Astro, big window, just defuse.
Nah, that was my fault. I was shell gaming, but they sussed me out.
They saw right through it. I should have been able to stop the plant, but I'm blind. I didn't even see him.
Yo, there's three up here, Varsity. Mavericks on yellow ping. One hop down, one hop down. He's holding bar door. Oh, I can't see him anymore.
Oh, I heard that above me. I'm sitting right underneath the hole I made. Ah!
Outside a piano window.
Not the best idea I've ever had to sit right below the hole I just made, but... good. Not
Piano.
as good.
Yana going into bathroom.
Upside of the ring.
How is he still...
Just all.
He must have been 1 HP. I feel like I hit him solid 4 or 5 times there. Well, Sully's dead. Dude, I hate that about Osa. That the animation to put down the shield puts it like a foot in front of you. It's so dumb. Like, I shouldn't be able to shoot her there because I was basically head on. But I can see her entire head because... because the shield goes so far ahead. Oh, she's rubbing her head up against me. Please don't bite me. I'm in the middle of a clutch situation. Hi, CC. You want to say hi to stream? Say hi. Okay, well, she hates you guys, apparently. That's gonna be it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, make sure not to witch hunt anyone. I can't believe I have to say that, but sometimes you do. I know anger levels are high against the devs, but lashing out isn't gonna solve anything. If anything, we should listen to what Zeronic said in his tweet. We should be holding UB accountable for not supporting Siege enough as a whole, but don't attack individual devs. Hopefully something does change, because talking about all these issues is getting old. But if not, we always have Battlefield. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.